Real Polack, do 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 do. Real Polack, do 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 do. Real Polack, do 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 do. Real Polack, yeah.
Hey, you got the Real Polack here. Got a review for you. It's going over my boat.
It's my boat.
It's the 30XL Duckworth. It's a 2022, and I like it a lot. So join me on this review. So, FV Real Polack. People ask me what FV stands for. It's fishing vessel. Hailing Port Oriental, North Carolina. The hull's 34 feet 2 inches by 9'6" wide. All aluminum. I think we got 1/4 inch bottom, 1/8 inch sides maybe. It's thick enough. That forward leading windshield really is nice for rain and waves crashing when I'm going out of the Oregon Inlet. It's hard for the waves to get speed going or enough force to blow out these windshields because they're leaning forward. Leaning back is not good. So let's just start at the front. This easy puller is really nice. It's forceful. I mean, it pulls the boat at like 5 miles an hour when it's reeling in. Mantis anchor. It really holds the boat good. I got 30 feet of stainless steel chain on there and 400 feet of rope I'm able to fit on it. Rode. Yeah, rode. That's nice. Sea deck all on the front. I don't come up here much at all. So, got my radar. Simrad 4K, I think it's called. Got my survival raft. By law, I have to have it when commercially fishing. I want to upgrade the lights because the last boat said they didn't see me till the last minute, and that's when he hit me. But that's enough about that. But yeah, it's a Duckworth 30XL Offshore. So I just had the boat fixed, and I added some options. I had them paint down to the water line, and I had them install that rub rail down there for docking if I'm coming in hot.
Me mind on fire, me soul on fire, feeling hot, hot, hot.
Works out a lot better. Tinted windows, nice. Ladder, get up to the top deck. Not a fan of the diamond plate up on top. It gets slippery when wet. Usually these rod holders go all the way across, but I need that space right there to fold my green stick down. I'll show you what a green stick is in a later video. So I had LT Marine rod holders, 360-degree rod holders installed on the boat, and then I had these Muddy Creek rod holders made. The sea deck on here is getting used and abused. The power, I got twin 350s. They're 2022s. I got probably 140 hours on them. 25 horse kicker. That got painted also when the boat got fixed. There's a ladder back there. It's kind of hard to get down, but just because it's all aluminum, there's pins you got to pull. Let's hop on. These seats are pretty nice. They fold up, get out of the way. Everything's real durable. I mean, I'm gonna get dings on the boat. I already have dings on the boat, scratches, people throwing nets down. It's mostly people that don't own boats that are damaging my boat. Tuna door. There's a magnet right here, connects to that piece of steel, holds it open. Fish box is very big, the transom fish box. I would say it's 40 gallons. I didn't have them plummet for a live well because the live well, you need to have a round live well. You can't have a square live well. The fish will bang their noses up, the baits. So I didn't have them plummet, but there's the drain there. I plug it, especially in the wintertime fishing Lake Erie. I don't need ice. I just keep the fish back there, bleed them out. I always bleed my fish out. Wash down hose over there. I also had them do 1,000 gallon per hour live well pump because I am going to get a live well put on the boat. Not stationary. It'll be a portable one. It'll be a 100 gallon live well. From the factory, everything is beautiful. Labeled, zip tied, heat shrinked. Everything is accessible on here. I think I got 6 batteries. I still keep finding more batteries. Had a charger put in. That's a 4-bank charger. I didn't go with lithiums just because of the price, but when these batteries go bad, I'll definitely go with lithiums. Hailer, must have. I'm so lazy that I could speak with everybody from the captain's chair inside through that megaphone and I could hear them back. Steering station back here, kicker throttle, main motors. I have a 16-inch screen that goes up here. A couple little floodlights. They're enough to light it up, but again, I want to put some really big floodlights on. That soundbar is badass. It really, it sounds like a concert. So the in-floor. In-floor. I keep my life jackets and my generator in there. That's a big area. You could do a full-size 5 kW generator in here and it'll fit in that back compartment. More fish boxes. They're big, but they're not big enough to fit a big tuna in. I mean, they are 5 foot, 5.5 foot long. They have grinders, macerators on those fish boxes. What I like about the door on the Duckworth and the Weldcraft is it's a sliding door. There's a pin you pull down. That door is locked. Ain't going anywhere. All right. So got the dinette here. I could seat 6 here. Not 6 lard asses, but 6 mildly obese people in here. Table folds down, cushion goes over for a bed. I got screens on all the windows, so I could open them up, not worry about bugs. Put a fan up there, just moving air when I start fogging up in here. If it's raining outside, got a lot of moisture in here. So along with that, I'll turn the Wallace heater on right here, and I could keep this thing 70-75 degrees when it's 30 outside. I wish if I go back in time, I'd upsize the heater a little bit. Just one more size up. 2 air ride seats up front. They're lifesavers. Absolute lifesavers. Another air ride seat for the captain. That would be me. So right here, from the factory, it comes standard with a cooktop, a sink, and refrigerator freezer. And I deleted that just because I needed more room for people to be in here. And it actually costs money to get rid of all that, which is kind of strange. Bathroom. There's the pooper. It can handle any turd that you give it. I mean, I'm talking, even if it's rock hard, really compaction. It could chew it up and spit it out. Got curtains that come down for the privacy. Storage. Got a drawer under the captain's chair. Underneath the seat here, a lot of storage. 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 This is access to another sleeping compartment down there, which is actually pretty nice. In floor storage. This is massive area. That is 3 foot deep. I got my Precision 9 compass. Precision 9 compass and bilge pumps. I think it comes with 4, but I had them add a 5th, and the 5th one I added is 2,000 gallon per hour. So I think I'm at
66 times.
6,000 gallons per hour on my bilges. Got my diesel tank for my heater, and I got the pooper storage over there, holding tank for my duty. We got some courtesy lights down below for walking. We got these lights also up here. They go white or red. I have 4 speakers inside here. When I rock out, I rock out. Not a fan of the wood, but yeah. We got the dial for the radio here, a glove box. I like to keep headlights and everything in there. I should have added more cup holders. We got cup holders around. USB ports everywhere. One there, one there, one there, one in the back. There's one in the cuddy cabin and one underneath in the sleeping coffin underneath here. If you're wondering about the just Cincy, it's I had to have a compass for other than my electronics for commercial fishing. The cuddy cabin, there's storage all underneath these cushions. So I got throw ring, all my survival suits for everybody on here. I got the iPad up there for watching the exotic videos in here.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow. Chicka, wow. Wow,
There's a light in here. Carbon monoxide detector. Oh, there's another USB over there. Hatch to get out. And the door I like. It's a pretty sure close on the door. I like that. I like the material here too, because this is all, you can replace this stuff pretty cheap. This marine plywood and just vinyl. I asked them how much would be to do all aluminum in here, and they said it's enough that you wouldn't want to do it, so I didn't do it. Windshield wipers. I really like that when you shut them off, they stop at all the way to the one side. That is special. Ship to shore. I got AIS on it. I still have to. I just got my FCC license number, so I got to get that set up. Went with two 12-inch monitors in here. I like to, depending on day or night. On one, I like to do strictly radar, and the other one, I like to do chart plotter / depth with radar overlay, just to give my radar, I like to see it on two spots to confirm a target. All my battery switches. Oh, my underwater lights. I had them put underwater lights on. It helps out when I'm harpooning the tuna, see where they're at, and it helps out with getting bait. Autopilot. That's the AP44 control right there. Autopilot's really nice. It saves you on gas for trolling. Right now we're doing 1.5. 1.25, 1.5 miles an hour for walleyes. So it's able to hold that. You could hear it working, but it's I think I went medium pack on that Simrad autopilot. So the one thing, it's 9'6" wide. I wish the aisle was bigger. If I could go 12 foot wide on this boat, I would have, but I have to trailer it, because whenever you squeeze through the aisleway here and there's a guy standing here, it's really you know, you could go this way, go butt to butt, but I like to turn this way, and I mean, whatever you feel comfortable doing. A lot of people like to stand here in the aisleway. It drives me absolutely nuts. If you're in here, you just gotta sit down. All right. How the boat handles. The boat handles crazy. I've had it out in rough stuff. I mean, I've had it out 15+ foot waves out in the Outer Banks. I've had guys go on the radio and go, "What are you doing out here?" There's a TV show that they fish for tuna out there, and the guy on the radio goes, "You should not be out here in that boat." And it made me feel good. Later in the day, he's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that thing is riding really nice." Being aluminum, I'm up on top of the waves. I'm not digging into them. Those fiberglass guys in the same size boats are really diving into these waves, nose diving. This boat is bow heavy, but that was one of the reasons I went with 350s on the back instead of 300s that they come standard with, just for that extra weight in the back. And then I have the kicker motor back there. And plus it's not as top heavy because I don't have the dinette or the stove and the refrigerator and the sink and the water hold up here, so I'm not as nose heavy as like a standard boat. But the power is so responsive. I have to, there's situations like in the Outer Banks where I had to just hammer down to get out of the way of other boats, or hammer down when I'm coming into the inlet. I got a jockey in between a couple waves. And the response is right there that I could stay in between these waves at the inlet so I don't roll over. The hull it's loud. It's an aluminum boat, so that's another downfall of going aluminum is when you're driving in here, you hear the waves hitting the hull. It's loud. And it makes funky sounds. When you hit a wave, it sounds like the boat's going to break in half, but this boat can handle a lot more than the human body can handle. I mean, when I got hit, that guy was doing, estimation was 15 knots, 17 knots, and he was, I don't know, 50,000 pounds, and it was minor damage to the boat, so I was happy about that. And he hit me direct midship. So I have faith in this boat. The welds on it, they're really nice. They're not as nice as the New Zealand manufacturers like Extreme Boats. Those guys, I don't know if they must give their freaking employees meth for their whole shift because their welds are beautiful. Sleeping in here, I get to sleep here at the dinette. I get 2 guys in the cuddy cabin, and I get 1 guy underneath in the coffin. So 4 comfortably. I could rig something up to go across to this seat over here to the dinette sleeping area, and I could get another guy in here if need be. But I have a griddle that I put into the rod holders back here that I'm able to cook on the boat. I'm getting a cutting board for the back so I can fillet fish on that back transom area. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing bad to say about this boat. I mean, yeah, everything's working fine. Oh, the other thing, the screws on the back deck, after running through 50 some miles of massive waves, every one of these screws were sticking up at least an inch on the back floor. So I had them Loctite all that stuff down. I mean, Loctite it, I could get them off. It's not like permanent Loctite. I forget what color it was, maybe blue. Must have bosun whistle. This boat, the capacity is 12 persons or 1,980 pounds, 850 horsepower max. I know a guy that's got twin 425s on it. He's getting a lot less gas mileage than I'm getting. In the saltwater, I'm getting about 1.5 that's fully loaded. Cruising speed is 34 cruise. That's my most efficient at the 1.5. I think it might have been close to 1.6 in the saltwater, because I'm sitting higher out of the water in the saltwater. Freshwater, I'm seeing about 1.3. I could get it dialed in right there. Back deck is 120 inches, 10 foot by 8 foot. Maybe a little bit more than 8 foot. So a nice big dance floor back here. The doorway, 6'4". I heard of a guy that was building one of these. He's a 6'7" guy. He had it raised up to 6'8", the roof. But then you're messing with the center of gravity and roll, yawing. Another thing I want to add is the trim tabs, barely use them. You trim those motors up where they need to be in this boat. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on this side, me on this side. It's fine. Trim tabs, barely need them. Just go on these Mercuries, I'm going up 5-6% on the trim level. That seems to be my sweet spot, depending on how nautical it is out there. You don't want to be porpoising or having your props cavitating coming out. I went with the 4 blades on these Mercuries. They give a little bit more push. If I'm you know, hitting waves and going up and down, and I got to climb up some 15-foot swell that's 60 yards wide, I want my speed when I'm trolling out there to kind of stay stable, especially when I'm green sticking. One thing I want to mention is the grab rails everywhere. I mean, I'm railing in here like all the time, just railing anything with a pulse, just rail it. Another thing to mention, the heater vents up here aim towards the windows to defrost them, along with that fan in the back corner. Turn that on. I think I'm going to put another fan in here, circulate some more air, but it really gets the moisture out of the diesel heater. This diesel heater, it sips. I mean, I'm talking running all day. You probably go through, I mean, we're talking ounces, 6-8 ounces of freaking diesel. Heading out night trolling. So there's 2 different lures that we use. This is for walleyes. Perfect 10s, shallow running, bandits for deep. We might add snap weights here or there depending on how deep the fish are at, but usually the walleyes that are feeding are the top 15-foot water column, especially at night. So I'm going to walk you through setup for night trolling. Just crappy rods, crappy reels. They have to be line counters. They don't have to be line counters. You could know how much a pull is to set these out, but line counters do help. Daiwa, I got 28 of them. 47 LCs. They do the trick. They've reeled in 100+ pound halibut, so they can reel in a 10-pound walleye. Offshore tackle planer boards. Make sure you switch the clips out. I think OR 16 maybe. Make sure it has the little nipple in there too. These are good for snap weights also. Hey, thanks for watching the video on the review on the Duckworth 30XL offshore. I'm going to be, just make sure to watch the next video on the fishing, night trolling. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thanks for watching. Smash the buttons. Smash the buttons.